Welcome, my viewers, for another demo of the school management system. And I will be much happy to present you several sessions and would love you to know more and much about the system. So let me open the system, and this is the icon. Let me open it. I have double clicked. So let us wait for it to open up. It is a system that connects itself to a Wi-Fi, which we know as a LAN network. So it basically connects to a LAN network. So if your school has a Wi-Fi, then you are sorted because it is configurable on a Wi-Fi network. Okay, so excuse me, sorry for that. So let's load our system and then we see how to get started with it. Okay, so this system, it is developed based on the new Uganda's education trends, the integration of competence-based curriculum, and the system captures that well. It captures that well for both ordinary and advanced level learners. Let me log in as an admin user. Okay, let me log in as admin user because I want to show you all the features of this system. Other users, they are on a permission based. Other ways we call them, they are given rights. Other technical terms we use, they are given permissions to operate internally in the system. Otherwise, not every user has all permissions to operate in the system. So there are specific permissions that you to give to a user to operate in the system, either to add a new student, to delete the record, to export, to view. So there are a lot of permissions that you will see along in the system as a system administrator that you would always give to either a specific user or to a certain group of users. For example, we have teachers. Teachers, we categorize them as a group of users that, okay, this is a teacher. Let me give them permissions to operate, to add students, um, to to update the records. Let me give them to view certain tabs that they will always be using on a daily basis. Whereas you may want to give exceptional rights or permissions to certain users. Yes, it can be a teacher, but you can give exceptional rights to that user. So this is our system. Finally, it has opened up. This is the system as you can view it. Let me increase the light a little bit of my computer. Now this is a system. Now these are the tabs. This is the main navigation tab where you will keep on intervening with the system for the day-to-day operations. We also have so this system is operating similarly to Microsoft products. So when I developed it in a way that it is user friendly. It is not something very new for a user to navigate it. So this is a main navigation tab, and when I click on menu, we can see the system, the settings, the operational uh, settings of this school management desktop system. We can see there's AI. I call it Cetra Assistant. Cetra Assistant will help you to ask questions about using the system. It is a user manual guide that you will always ask uh, on how to operate or go along with the system. For now, I have automatically connected the, the assistant into the system. It uses some API that will help in asking and answering, will help you answering the questions how to navigate the system. Now, this is a sample. I'm just showing you a sample overview of the system. But the main setups, they'll come along the way as we shall break down the sections or the sessions as we move on. This is just an overview to show you how the system is. So, for example, this is Cetra Assistant. There are some sample two questions here that you can ask. Let me click on this and then we see how it generates. Uh, that how do I add or import students? So this is how it has given us. How's here is how to add or import students. Adding a new student, you can add new students using the appearance tab within the students management form. Specific step-by-step instructions for adding a new student are not provided in the manual section. Important importing students. So it has given us what it's thinking in the guide or from the guide. Yes, it is integrated in the guide. So ask anything. For example, I can ask, how can I add departments? Okay. So, to add a new department, follow the steps. Press Ctrl N or click the plus button, fill in the form with the following informations: school, department name. It gives you a guide. You can really feel that this is a guide it is giving me. So it is the assistant there right there can help you. Um, Let me close this. We have home. Home specifically takes you to the dashboard overview. I have already sample data that I have used during my development process, and this is a snapshot of the overview. So you can see the first one shows student statistics, shows you the total number of students who are being captured in the system, those who are active and those who are inactive. When you add them together, you get 65. The male students out of the 60, you will know you see that you have the male students, the third 29, and then the female, they are 31. We have parent statistics. We have parent number of parents who are in the system, active, and then you have free pairs, and so on and so forth. So while this one is showing 68, the 68, it shows when you put your cursor here, shows the parents with email or phone, stroke phone. Okay, parents with email stroke phone. So on your right, this one here, it is the email, and then this one, it shows the phone. And then we have staff statistics. This one, it aggregates all the staff, the support staff, administrators, teachers, as long as it's staff. So we have the staff statistics as well. And of course, you can scroll up to this side. You can also move here and there. Now we are still in the navigation, in the menu bar, main navigation. You can keep for system settings. Now, system settings, it shows you the overall operation of the system. You can see a system appearance. can change the colors if you want, any colors you want. You have primary default colors and so on. And then we also have the database. You can see, if I go there, let me show you the layouts, these other fonts and so on. This one, there's nothing much to change. But if you need to change the theme, it's well, you can change the theme, and then it will apply to the most important section of that. Now the database, here the database we use is MySQL. MySQL version is 8.041. The newer versions, this system supposed to the newer versions of the MySQL database. This is where your data is stored. Uh, that volume data is stored there, and this is how it is connected. And of course, you will see the tables here that we have used in the system. There are around 124 tables. You can refresh the table. You can refresh. Of course, refreshing this, you're refreshing the entire database. So it may take some time refreshing, and then you can reset the configuration if you want to reset the configuration and so on. You can save as default wherever, though default is always better. You can back up your database. So you can click on backup, and then it will show you that the backup is successfully created. So you can click that. So our current backup is this. It shows the date of the backup and then the size of backup. And then you can restore if anything goes wrong. Of course, this one you haven't yet implemented. We shall implement it in the time to come. And migrations, you can migrate. Now, this section will be helpful for future updates in case we need uh, to to insert a new migration or a new script. You want to make some changes in the database. This is the best place for you to perform those MySQL scripts inside here. So far, the migrations we have made during my testing, we have made 3 successful ones and 12 have failed. Okay. Maintenance, system maintenance. We have here where we call optimize tables, repair tables, and then update statistics. Okay. Now, this updating statistics is simply showing you the number of tables which are here in the system. Okay. Now we have network tabs. These ones I will take you step by step of how to configure your network. You have email configurations as well. Configure via your Gmail API and so on. These ones I'm going to show you with time. We have logging, the system logs. You can open the log viewer to see every log of what your system is generating. This one helps in for debugging in case of any uh, any freezes, any system working, or any system delays or errors that have happened. Okay, so this one will be helpful for debugging. Okay, so we have that logging system. You can apply the system after setting. You have your license. Now, this license, it is basically after purchasing. Right now, I'm operating at enterprise, but for your first trials and testing, how the system works, you receive a full term operation, free full term, for you to test and see how this system operates, how this system works, how it saves time, how it saves data and money. Okay, so that I'll come back there for a session. You have system info. This is the working of your system. Right now, this is my CPU. You can see how my CPU is changing and used vis-a-vis the applications I'm running. Okay. So we have the database here, just like I've shown you. This is just a snapshot of a database. Show that it's connected. Performance, yes, you can see the performance. This is very key and important for you always to check how your CPU is performing. So it is in real time. It is real time. So about, uh, okay, you can read some more information here about this system. Well, what about that? Okay, so those are the few things I have shown you in the system, but we shall come back for a full session on that. Now we have info. This info is just to show you what's all about the system in a snapshot. Okay, and we also have user guide. When you click on user guide, it will automatically open for you the manual that you will always be using. If you need more reference and more user guide or technical guide, they are both integrated here. So this is the user guide on how to use the system. As I told you, you can either use manually through it, or you can ask assistant to help you navigate about the system. Okay, so and then of course I have also integrated the updates section. You can click here if there's any update. The system will always show you that yes, there is an initial release of the update. Sometimes this will pop up if there is a newer version of the system. It will pop up, but if you can also manually check, if you need to check. Okay, all right. Okay, so that is the menu. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, those are the main navigation tab of the system. And this side, you can see this red light, red button showing that we have received 3 notification from our emails. So you can click on that. Now this is the notification center that you always receive from all your emails. So we integrated the email notification center into the system. When I click on this, I can read this data camp. This is my personal email. So the email appearance will look, because you know when you have personal email, all the emails of any format you receive them. But the ones that you're going to be receiving is going to be personalized. You'll be receiving emails from parents, from your clients, from your, those people provide for you services at school. So this is what it will appear. It may appear not so much readable, but you can read and understand. For example, you can see, hi, Ewoku. We have made updates to our privacy policy that we want to make you aware of. The most notable change is the addition of a new section on artificial intelligence. You can read, but if you want it to appear more of like an email, you come and click on this. Show HTML version. Click on that. So it will show you the version of an email. So you can see we have made up this to our privacy policy that we want to make you aware of. So hi Ewoku, we have made, so you can see it has converted that email, which is in a text format or plain text, to a readable email, as you can see, cleanly and understandable. So when it has come with attachments, you can see attachments counting to count your one, and you can make a quick reply. Okay, reply to that person. And so, well, okay, let me close this for now. So this is our notification center. I am logged in as an system administrator. Of course, here you see your image appearing. For now, I have not uploaded an image for a system administrator. You can, you know, you can make this ribbon powerful by toggling it. Okay, you can see when you toggle it, you can see you can view the downer part or the bottom part, as you see. Well, this is the section of Students tab. You can see the form filling in the student. All these parameters you fill in. Okay, we have the student list so far. This is my data that I have captured during my development process. So far, this is the data that I am using. All these tabs, all these buttons, they will help you navigate through uh, how to manage this students' uh, records. For now, I can use this. You can see, you can view the student's record. You can view who's the parent of this student. You can see that, and the details of the student, full name, reg number, class, the current class this student is in, and the initial class. Now this one they'll keep on changing. Only this current class will be changing, whereas the initial class will not change, because we need to know when the student joined in or enrolled, which year, and of course we need to know currently the student record is updating in real time. We also have the payment code. The payment code will help us to track every payment the student has been made or has made or the parent has made on behalf of the student via the bank, mobile money, e.g. MTN, Airtel. There are those banks that support that are supported. However, this is purely Excel. You have to import Excel files from those transaction companies, banks. You have to import the Excel CSV file, and then also you have to import uh, Excel and CSV files from MTN and Airtel into the system. That will help you track every money, your time, your finance in real time. So that is a view of students' details. You can generate the students' file report. So see how the report looks like. See, you can print. So for now, I'm not connected to a printer, but this is the printer I've been using. You can print this. You can zoom. Okay, you can click this. You can zoom. You can widen. You can use either this or you. So it is integrated with the PDF viewer that you can see the students' details. Also, you can save as a PDF. You can give this. What's the name of this student? The student is David Johnson. I want to save it as David Johnson. So, David Johnson. Okay. I want to save it in the downloads as a PDF. Okay. Say that PDF saved. So, let me navigate to my downloads. So here is the downloads. Let me open it. Okay, you can see the PDF. So this is the student's file generated on this date. as you can see. Okay, so this is the profile, shows the students details. Okay, let us show you another overview. Oh, I had open twice, sorry for that. Okay, so staff. I'll show you more about this when it comes to our section of how to capture the students. So we have staff. Also, staff will almost do almost carry the same form. We have staff data here. I forgot to show you the what? The analytics. This is how you get analytics. You already refresh this. When you refresh that, it will show you real-time analytics. Okay, and then staff. Also, staff we have similar way. Now with staff, you may not see buttons here, but all the functionality is in the ribbon here. The ribbon. You can add, takes you back here, and then you add the teacher. Okay, you can play with the data. Okay, you can view. Now let me show. That's my photo. I think the one you saw earlier is my photo. So this is where I can view. You can see it almost take a similar outlook. Teacher. This is me myself. I've used my image, so don't worry about that. Okay. Departments, you can add departments here. You can export a CSV file, or you can view the departments that we have added here. As you can see, this is the departments. You can know who is in the department, who heads the department. So just a list of departments and those responsible for those departments in the school. Okay, I think for today we can end there. The real navigation, the real work is going to come when I start showing you uh, this step by step. This is a messaging center where you can have internal communications with fellow colleagues, fellow staff. This help you to do what? To know what is going on with the colleague. Of course, we have an announcement tab where all staff who are on the system, they are promptly announced on the key updates of school. Of course, you can also create a group, or you can message directly to a single person. You can select here, anyone can select. Okay, so a single person, you click once, and then stuff is initiated. Then you start a conversation. Okay, okay. You can delete. You can make some settings. I'm just showing you first things, but you can do this. Okay, my previous communications, they're here. So you can see, I can like this, okay, I can like that, and so on. We shall come to that when we are connecting to, it's more of like messaging and lookalike, WhatsApp lookalike, but this is meant for internal communications. So finance, a lot of financial modules are here, fee categories, fee structure for a student. Of course, you may need to know the student fees. Of course, you also need to know the invoices, the fees payments, the reconciliation. Now, the reconciliation, this is where the banks come in. The banks come in here, where you import the CSV files from different providers. We have MTN, Airtel, Stanbic, Centenary, Absa, Equity. So far, those are the six CSV files that are integrated. You browse the CSV file. Okay, let me show you a sample of CSV file here. Let me see, where did I put one? Let me see in one of my projects. Let me see. Okay, so archives data queries here. Okay, reconciliation files. For example, I want to go for centenary. Okay, now the moment you click centenary, there are those headers that are very important. So a narrative here, a reference here, date, credit. So these are the columns that are meant for centenary. Okay, so a reference or a narrative. So a reference or a narrative, this is where you type in your students code, payment code. Now this payment code is tracked by the system from the moment you generate it at first up to the end. The students will stop or will fooling, will use that code. If changes have come, you can change the code. Okay, but that's the code the student will use for the payments transactions. So that's a snapshot. We shall get back there with time. Okay, so this is a dashboard. I've shown you a dashboard overview, but we have where you can manage users. You can manage here. Someone has forgotten a password, can create a user, and so on. This is a place, a tab where you do that. Login activity. This is where you track every login activity. Who was logged in into the system? Currently, I think earlier we had someone here who logged in. Was it when? On 21st. It was yesterday. Yes, I logged in as I was trying to test some different devices. Okay, so you can refresh. You'll see that there's one who's logged in, and that is me, a system administrator. System administrator is active. Okay, so audit trail. This is where you track every action that is being done in the system. Whether a person using the other computer or a person using which computer, this is where you track those actions. And these actions, you can filter them using these filters, and you can export them. Okay? You can export these actions as a CSV file. Okay? Export, let me put them here. Okay. So you can export all those actions that are being placed. Okay, it will automatically open. That is how it is set. Okay, so this is the tab accessibility. Tab is permission based, where you allow users to access certain tabs, tabs no. So my Excel has opened. Now this is how you track. So user so and so exported data departments. Remember, did some export PDF as an admin here. Okay, as an admin, let me widen this. I exported a department's PDF. Let me show you briefly. I did it in stuff. This opened. Okay, I exported this. So it's going to show you again that you exported. Okay, let us first check our audit log, audit trail. Refresh. It always get the updated log. You can see I have again exported these logs at this time. This is on 22nd at 1 minute past 11. So here it's just been past. It's nighttime. Okay, so that's to track every action being done in the system. That is good. So that for audit for auditing purposes, it is a good system. Dashboard. This I was trying to tell you that this is where you allow certain users to use certain tabs. Now this is permissions. I started from tab access. Now user permissions. The permissions, this is on an individual basis. This is now extremely a user level. You want to give permission to this one to perform a certain activity, a certain action. Now these are all actions. Okay, these are all actions for all operations the system. Now this is permission based. Now this is where you can give permissions to individual users. There are around 200 and 236 permissions. Okay? 236 permissions you can give to a user. Okay, so classes, this is where you manage classes, this is where you assign a class, this is where you enter classes, this is where you assign classes, okay, to a student class assignment. This is where you assign, you record a daily attendance for each student, okay, term, okay, you assign there, okay. Let me just give you a sample overview here. Term 1, which class? I want senior 5, I think. Currently I have students and I want to, for biology. Oop, you can see this students who are being assigned for a biology class here. Okay, all right. So this is report analysis. So here you capture the time. Okay, if you want to mark them, all of them present, you just right click, mark present, mark, and so on and so forth. So that's how the system operates. Okay, you can set academic years, you can set terms, and so on and so forth. Now, with assessments, this is now the functionality where the CBC competence-based curriculum is applied. So we have for O level exam setting. So we have for O level is right there up to here learner reports. Okay, maybe let me show you a sample learner report that you can view. Okay, this is for formative assessments. Let me give you for senior 2. Apparently, I have students from senior 2 there. So let's see the learner report. So this is an HTML version, okay, of activities of integrations, and then I need to show you the report in the PDF format. So this is how it appears. It will appear the descriptors of activities of integration, and of course the scale, the scoring scale, and this is AOIs. Okay, let me also a detail. Now this is where you can have a detailed breakdown, because the other one was a scoring report. Then this is just then this is excuse me, that is now we're here for biology. Let's go and see. Now this is a scoring. Now this is a detailed AOI report that will explain what each AOI, activity integration, represent. So this is how it appears and in depth. Okay, the other side was scoring and this side was capturing the detailed interpretation of these activities of integration. So that's how it appears. And then we have the summative assessment report. This is a report that will combine the 20% and then the overall 20%. I can show the GPA details. As you can see, this is the total marks, maximum marks of out of 100. Okay, this is a percentage, and this is the name. But I need to change this to make it the CA, continuous assessment, which is marked out of 20. Yes, we haven't yet captured for English here. I just want, as I told you, I was in development. So this is how it looks. The report looks like this. Okay. All right. This is the final mark. Now this 12, it goes to UNEP. It goes to UNEP. This one here. So it's you to say that. The system does that well for you. It captures that UNEP. As you see this, it accumulates until that time comes for submission. Let me show you briefly for UNEP. Max UNEP submissions. So we have this. It was for John Doe, and this, and then this. So these ones, they accumulate over time. Okay. Whenever you enter another for biology, it accumulates that biology, because biology moves up to the end of the cycle. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. Let's move on to A levels. So this is A levels. The A levels also have their own assessments. We have paper configuration. Here we call them this time. The other side we call them res. Now here we call them constructs. So you have to first create constructs for A levels, and then you have activities of integration, mark entry. This is where you enter the marks. Also, it has the UNEB where you submit the UNEB. Okay, the UNEB, the 20%, submit it there. We have the final result overview for each paper. This is for internal consumption. Okay, for internal consumption, 80%. You set an exam either on a timely basis, either on a yearly basis. So you set an exam and say, okay, the student will be marked out of 80% for this paper, and then the 20% will automatically be added or generated. Reports are a bit similar, just like you said. The other side was formative. Then here we have formative assessments. Here we have activity of the integration. They look similar. Summative here we have. Uh, Let me give you a sample here. In this case, they're a bit different because of the paper differences. Now here we just go for senior 5 and senior 6. Okay, so let me go for Stella. Okay, show the points details. Then here you can see it was for biology. Here we have paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. If that subject has 3 papers, you see that it will show here all the 3 papers. But if it has 2 papers, it will show the 2 papers and ignores the paper 3 according to NCDC guidelines. Let me open the PDF. You can see how it will appear our report, student report, learner report. Well, so the comments are also there integrated uh, seamlessly. You can see the guides behind here. So all this, I will going to showcase the demos as time goes by. For now, this is just an overview that I wanted to show on the system. I think I forgot to show you the email. You can send an email directly to a student here. You can select a parent, then search Andrew. Okay, this is parent of Christina Muganza. Click on that. When you click on this, it selects. See this one recipient selected. Then you come and say report. Okay, okay. Then you type a message. Then you can attach document here. Okay, you can attach a document. Come here, say all files, and then double click. The document comes in here. When you send the email, it will directly go to the inbox. Before that, you can let me first give a brief. So you can see there is a functionality which I added. You can first check for spam. Not always we have the this Gmail or this email aggregator, email applications. They have a tendency of flagging the email. So before you send, you can first check whether this email can be flagged as a spam. So I have integrated the spam checker, which is here. So far with this text, it is showing us that there is low verdict, low risk of this email to be flagged as spam. So it is safe. It will go directly to the inbox. Well, so that is a ability of this functionality. Okay, all right. So let me cancel that and close that. In finance, I integrated that email still in students' dashboard. If a student has fees, outstanding fees, so far we have this one was an outstanding fee. So you can send a reminder here. Okay, send a reminder. Okay, send a reminder to the students. Come and select which class. Let me first check which class was this. Which class was this? Okay, outstanding. I think there are no outstanding balances. Yes, there's no outstanding balances so far. That's why I was not seeing any student being populated here. So if a student has outstanding balance, poop, should be shown here, here. And then you can generate a sample later. Okay. Right now we cannot because you have to select a student with a field reminder. Then after selecting a student with a field reminder, the AI will help you to generate a very friendly or polite or professional uh, email letter that you will send to the parents. We shall see that functionality of the system. Okay, okay. So we can close this for now. So that is an overview of the system, and keep posted because I'm going to start posting the demos of this system right from the setup up to finish as we move on step by step how to manage students, how to record staff, how to record parents, how to create that relationship between a parent and the student, and of course how to manage your books or library. There are so many things to be tackled here. Of course, we also have sick bay management, health management, health records, and so on and so forth. Of course, we have this kind of report, condition not found. Okay, yes, so we have this inventory as well. Manage your inventories, saying that conditions, medical conditions not found. Okay, so so many things to be tackled. So many things to be tackled. I'm going to show you this capability of the system, and we are going to upload demos of it to showcase what really this system can do. It can help in productivity, effectiveness of your school, day-to-day running of operations of your school. Thank you for your time, and let's get in touch when I start uploading the demos of this system. Goodbye.